plant that is believed to or allegedly manufacturing fake alcohol. Are told that this plant has been in operation for just over 10 months.
Two Taiwanese national whom we believe that they are in charge of this operation illegally so because it's not a distilled one. And there is also 7 also illegal immigrants, of which 6 is from Malawi, 1 is from Mozambique.
That is believed to be illegal, and we are told that this alcohol gets to be sold in certain parts of Gauteng. Of course, investigations are ongoing at this moment.
It's recording.
That shop is actually owned by a South African. And with this video, I guess you all will understand that South Africans are not biased. Yeah.
Right now, police are raiding a factory in a western area in Gauteng. It's allegedly producing fake alcohol. Newsroom Africa's Zola Shawana is there and joins us now. Zola, good morning. Tell us how things unfolded.
Well, Iman, police here in Western area have managed to raid a plant that is believed to or allegedly manufacturing fake alcohol. And if you look at the bottles that we are seeing on the scene at this moment, looking at the packaging, one could easily be deceived and think that it is, you know, the legitimate brands that most people are aware about. Now, we are told that this plant has been in operation for just over 10 months, and people that, you know, work very close to this factory have mentioned that they were not aware that there's such activity happening here, Iman. But just to give us more details, we will be speaking to General Mtombeni just to tell us more. So thank you very much for your time. Perhaps take us through on how we got to this point. Was this a tip-off?
Thank you very much, and greetings to the viewers there out at home. We really appreciate for this opportunity. I must indicate that it is through the employees, those who were employed here, and then they were exploited to such extent that they felt that the wages is unfair, they were subjected to excessive working hours. The conditions you can see where they were sleeping is really unsafe conditions, and we got to get to this place as they reported this to the police. I must just indicate that this is illicit trade, as you and me would know for the fact that the South Africa is losing quite a high, tax revenue, as this illegal manufacturing plant is estimated to be at 1 million. Loss of a tax for that range of money is quite a huge amount. I must indicate that this illegal manufacturing plant, we were, of course, alerted, and then we got 2 Taiwanese national whom we believe that they are in charge of this operation illegally so because it's not a distilled one. And there is also 7 also illegal immigrants, of which 6 is from Malawi, 1 is from Mozambique. We are in touch with the NPA so that we can do a prosecutorial-led investigation. We're, of course, going to make sure that the charges, it will be legal, trading in terms of, or illegal manufacturing, plant as such, and employing illegal immigrants. They were kept against their will, and, of course, consider, the charges of kidnapping.
So, General, we are seeing their package room where they, package, and looking at these brands. These are brands that are quite recognized by South Africans. Where do they take this alcohol to?
At this stage, we have identified, I think it's 2 or 3 of the liquor outlets, of which the samples will be collected from here by our forensic laboratory, and of which will also go to those specific liquor outlets. We'll do a comparisons, and we'll take it from there. But what is a worrying factor is that these places have been operating for quite some time, of which the quality of the liquor or distilled or these whiskies, we don't know what is the quality which have being fed to our communities out there. Communities can get sick. Further than that, worrying factor is this area of Western Noria. It's a worrying factor because last week we were here, drug bust over 10 million. That laboratory, the tabletting was there, was existing, it looks like for over 3 years, though we're working on it for some time in order to get that particular person, of which we estimate the production thereof, it might be over 280 million.
General, when you're driving around Western Noria, there's quite a number of these establishments that look like factories where there's no branding. Are you going to keep a close eye to, in this area just to ensure that you know what is really happening, what type of activity? Because when we speak to people that work very close to this factory, they're saying they were not aware of what's happening. And when you actually enter, it's difficult to really tell what kind of activity is transpiring here.
Yes, of course, we will. The district commissioner is here. And in West Rand, we are, of course, having a strong, commander for intelligence. We are very much successful in terms of quite a number of operations. We believe that we will be in a position to kind of hold this on our pulse in ensuring that we clamp down this and ensuring that the communities are and feel safe.
Thank you very much, General, for your time. Iman, I just want to show you and the viewers where they package the alcohol that is believed to be illegal, and we are told that this alcohol gets to be sold in certain parts of Gauteng. Of course, investigations are ongoing at this moment. Perhaps names will be revealed as to where they get to be dispatched, and this poses a danger also to the people that are consuming this alcohol, as some of them don't know the kind of ingredients that are currently being used here. If you look at the bottles, Iman, you can see that, without really reading the ingredients, one can just easily believe that this is a brand that they recognize and a brand that, an alcohol brand that they, trust. There's ingredients just lying around. Some of them, one cannot really tell what they are used for. But what we heard from police is that perhaps they buy the original one just to do some checks and tests before they dispatch the ones that they were able to manufacture here. We are told that this is because of a complaint or a tip-off from one of the...
Gauteng police have uncovered a fake alcohol manufacturing plant in Western Area. Authorities seizing several drums of counterfeit spirits, including vodka and whiskey, along with boxes of packaged liquor that is ready for distribution. It all went down the drain. There for us, ENCA reporter Manqoben Kunu.
In Western Area, where police have uncovered what appears to be a sophisticated counterfeit alcohol manufacturing operation. And if you look around here, it gives you a sense that this is where the alcohol was being manufactured and being packaged. In fact, as you can see here, these are some of the famous brands that we see here of alcohol that have been found on the scene. Of course, also manufacturing equipment that have been found. There are several drums behind here that we're also seeing. And the officials are saying this is what they believe is fake whiskey and vodka. And we understand that was discovered here yesterday by the police when they were doing their operation. But in fact, we also understand that there's been, quite a number of other material that has been found that suggests that there actually was production and packaging that was taking place here. Quite a number of boxes that were found here by the officials, which gives you a sense of the large-scale operation that has been taking place here. But joining me now is the Provincial Commissioner, just to give us a sense of what is happening here. Provincial Commissioner, of course, we find ourselves in this particular operation. From what do you know as police, what have you been able to gather so far in terms of this particular operation?
Thank you very much, and greetings to the viewers at home. Indeed, we are here at illegal manufacturing plant. What we have gone so far, it is through some of the employees, those who were subjected to exploitation in terms of they were not getting the wages, they had excessive working hours, and of course the conditions, as you can see, it is unsafe. One has to indicate with this typical type of illicit trade.
Yeah, thank you for watching. And to my African brothers and sisters, I always feel that South Africans don't go for whites, that they only go for blacks. Like you can imagine, assuming this factory is owned by a black African, everyone will be like, oh, because he is a black, because he is an African, right? But as you can see, this factory is owned by a Taiwan. He was using the factory to produce fake liquor, and as you can see, the factory has been shut down. Now I want to let you guys know that South Africans are not hypocrites. Yes, South Africans are not hypocrites. Same way they close foreigners shops, foreigners that goes against their laws, foreigners that are not complying with rules, same way the officials close their shops. That's also same way they close the local shops, like South African shops, those that are not keeping the rules, those are going against the rules. There's this video I would also like you to watch, because I understand that a lot of Africans, we find it so difficult to understand South Africans. We always feel that South Africans are always going after their fellow blacks, yeah, their fellow Africans. But the truth is this: if you come very close to South Africans, you will realize that South Africans are not hypocrites. Yeah,
It's recording. Yeah. The payment is gone, it's gone, it's gone. This is what happens when you do music us. I'm going to come up with a video and I say, I said it down hand. Scour, people now can wait till next morning. Pavement, the pavement. The pavement.
now that shop is owned by a South African. Yes, that shop is actually owned by a South African, and I'm sure you guys have seen how they removed those things, because they felt that those things were actually blocking the road, right? That was exactly what happened last time when they issued those that were selling on the pavement. They issued them notice for them to stop blocking the road, but rather they insisted, and when the officials came, they had to stop them from selling on the pavement, and that really affected most Africans and Nigerians, to be specific. Yeah, it affected them mostly, and they began to make calls, began to make videos saying that South Africans are not allowing them to make sales, that South Africans are stopping them despite the fact that they have their permit or wherever. So with this video, I guess you all will understand that South Africans are not biased. Yeah, they are not biased, but it's just that we Africans fail to understand them. We fail to understand them, like we fail to understand them. The same way they treat the whites, that's how they treat their African brothers and sisters, and that's also the same way they treat their fellow South Africans. Like with these videos that I've reacted here, and together with the one that happened few weeks ago, I'm sure you guys will understand that South Africans are not biased. It's just that we all have to come down and come very close to them. And I still insist that when you're in someone's country, try to be law abiding, try to abide by the laws, respect the laws of that host country.